Detailed overview of the Part 1 Paradigms and Principles. Part 1 of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is titled Paradigms and Principles. This section lays the foundation for the rest of the book by exploring the importance of examining our paradigms, or perspectives, and aligning our actions with timeless principles. Covey emphasizes that true effectiveness comes from an inside-out approach, focusing on character and principles rather than quick-fix techniques. 1. Paradigms. Covey starts by explaining that our paradigms are the lenses through which we perceive the world. They shape our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. He encourages readers to challenge their existing paradigms and consider alternative perspectives. 2. Paradigm shift. Covey introduces the concept of a paradigm shift, which refers to a fundamental change in our perception and understanding of the world. He emphasizes that making a paradigm shift is crucial for personal growth and effectiveness. 3. Principles. Covey highlights the significance of principles as the foundation for long-term success and fulfillment. Principles are timeless and universal truths that govern human behavior and relationships. They provide guidance for ethical and effective living. 4. Principles-centered living. Covey argues that principles should be the guiding force in our lives. By aligning our actions with principles such as honesty, integrity, fairness, and empathy, we create a solid foundation for personal and interpersonal effectiveness. 5. The character ethic vs. the personality ethic. Covey discusses the distinction between the character ethic and the personality ethic. The character ethic focuses on building and developing inner qualities, while the personality ethic emphasizes surface-level techniques and strategies. He emphasizes that true effectiveness comes from character, not just superficial behavior. 6. Primary principles. Covey identifies 3 primary principles that form the basis of effective living: fairness, integrity, and human dignity. These principles guide our interactions and relationships, leading to trust, respect, and positive outcomes. 7. P-PC balance. Covey introduces the concept of the P-PC, production capability, balance. He explains that while focusing solely on short-term results, production may yield temporary success, neglecting the development and maintenance of resources, production capability leads to long-term ineffectiveness. Balancing both is crucial for sustainable success. 8. The power of choice. Covey emphasizes that we have the power to choose our responses to any given situation. By exercising our ability to choose, we can take control of our lives, rather than being driven by external circumstances. 9. The circle of influence. Covey introduces the concept of the circle of influence, which encompasses the things we can control or influence. He encourages readers to focus on their circle of influence rather than being consumed by concerns outside their control, thus increasing their effectiveness. 10. The circle of concern. Covey explains that the circle of concern consists of things we care about but cannot directly control. He encourages individuals to focus their time and energy on their circle of influence, as this is where they can make a meaningful impact. In Part 1, Covey establishes the importance of examining our paradigms, shifting our thinking, and aligning our actions with principles. By recognizing the power of choice and focusing on what we can control, readers are prepared to dive into the subsequent sections of the book, where they will explore the 7 habits that lead to personal and interpersonal effectiveness. 30 great points with examples from the Part 1 Paradigms and Principles. Certainly. Here are 30 key points from Part 1 of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Paradigms and Principles, along with examples. 1. Our paradigms shape our perception of the world and influence our behavior. Example: if someone believes that failure is a learning opportunity rather than a setback, they will approach challenges with a growth mindset. 2. Paradigm shifts involve changing our fundamental perspectives and beliefs. Example: a person who previously saw competition as the only path to success may shift their paradigm to embrace collaboration and cooperation as more effective approaches. 3. Principles are timeless and universal truths that guide ethical and effective living. Example: the principle of honesty applies in all aspects of life, from personal relationships to professional interactions. 4. Principle-centered living involves aligning our actions with fundamental values. Example: a leader who upholds the principle of fairness ensures equal opportunities for all team members, fostering a positive work environment. 5. The character ethic focuses on building inner qualities and integrity. Example: a person with strong character ethic demonstrates consistency between their values and actions, earning the respect and trust of others. 6. The personality ethic emphasizes surface-level techniques and strategies. Example: someone who relies solely on charisma and superficial charm may struggle to maintain meaningful and long-lasting relationships. 7. Balancing the P-PC, production capability, is essential for sustained success. Example: a business owner who prioritizes investing in employee training, production capability, alongside achieving sales targets, production, ensures long-term growth and profitability. 8. We have the power to choose our responses to any situation. Example, when faced with criticism, we can choose to respond defensively or embrace it as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. 9. Focusing on our circle of influence empowers us to make a difference. Example, instead of worrying about global issues beyond their control, an individual focuses on volunteering and making positive changes within their local community. 10. The circle of concern consists of matters we care about but cannot directly control. Example, a person concerned about climate change directs their energy toward personal sustainability practices, such as reducing waste and carbon footprint. 11. Proactive individuals take responsibility for their choices and actions. Example, rather than blaming external factors for a project's failure, a proactive team member identifies their contribution to the outcome and seeks ways to improve. 12. Reactive individuals are driven by external circumstances and blame others for their situation. Example, a reactive employee constantly complains about the company's policies without taking initiative to propose constructive solutions. 13. By embracing a proactive mindset, we become agents of change. Example, an entrepreneur takes calculated risks, identifies market opportunities, and starts a business instead of waiting for someone else to create the ideal conditions. 14. Principles provide guidance during decision making and problem solving. Example, when confronted with an ethical dilemma, a professional adheres to the principle of integrity, even if it means potential short-term setbacks. 15. Our character is defined by how we act when no one is watching. Example, a person of strong character remains honest and ethical in their personal life, even when there is no external accountability. 16. Embracing change and growth requires a willingness to challenge existing paradigms. Example, a person who once believed they were limited by their upbringing challenges that paradigm and sets ambitious goals for themselves. 17. Principles act as a compass, guiding us during challenging times. Example, in a crisis, a leader anchored in principles maintains calm and makes decisions based on ethical considerations rather than panic or self-interest. 18. Our paradigms can limit or expand our potential. Example, a student who believes they are not naturally gifted in mathematics may limit their efforts, preventing them from reaching their full potential. 19. Paradigms shape our perception of success and failure. Example, a person with a fixed mindset believes that failure is evidence of their inherent lack of ability, while a growth mindset individual sees it as an opportunity to learn and improve. 20. The effectiveness of our actions depends on the underlying paradigms driving them. Example, two individuals may employ the same negotiation techniques, but the one who genuinely seeks a win-win outcome paradigm is more likely to achieve a successful agreement. 21. Aligning actions with principles builds trust and credibility. Example, a leader who consistently demonstrates integrity and transparency gains the trust of their team members, leading to increased loyalty and collaboration. 22. Principles provide a solid foundation for decision making. Example, a manager faced with a difficult choice weighs options based on the principles of fairness, honesty, and long-term benefits for all stakeholders. 23. Understanding and challenging our paradigms opens up new possibilities. Example, a person who believed they were destined for a certain career due to family expectations reevaluates their aspirations based on their own passions and strengths. 24. Our paradigms affect our relationships with others. Example, a person who assumes everyone is out to take advantage of them may struggle to establish trusting connections with colleagues or friends. 25. Paradigm shifts require open-mindedness and a willingness to unlearn. Example, a manager who previously relied on a hierarchical leadership style shifts their paradigm to embrace a more inclusive and empowering approach. 26. Principles provide a moral compass for decision making. Example, a politician guided by principles of justice and equality advocates for policies that address social inequities and promote a fair society. 27. Paradigm shifts can unlock innovative solutions to complex problems. Example, a team faced with a challenging project reframes the problem from a limiting perspective to a growth-oriented paradigm, leading to creative and effective solutions. 28. Principles transcend cultural and societal boundaries. Example, the principle of respect applies universally, regardless of cultural differences, fostering understanding and harmony among diverse groups. 29. Examining our paradigms allows us to challenge societal norms and biases. Example, a person questions gender stereotypes and challenges societal expectations by pursuing a career traditionally dominated by the opposite gender. 30. Paradigms and principles shape our personal and professional identity. Example, a person who adopts a paradigm of continuous learning and improvement becomes known for their growth mindset and ability to adapt to changing circumstances. These points provide a glimpse into the valuable insights and concepts covered in Part 1 of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. They lay the groundwork for readers to understand the importance of examining their paradigms and aligning their actions with timeless principles to enhance personal and interpersonal effectiveness.